Hello. This is the notebook that I've been hoarding for I think since the beginning of my YouTube channel, when it was like crafting and planning. I purchased this on Amazon like 2 years ago, and I had no idea what to do in it. I am not a drawer. So yeah, I was like, oh my god, what do I do with this notebook? So I finally put my brain to use yesterday morning, and I was like, you know what, I am going to use it for my books. So grab your coffee and let me show you exactly what's in this productive luddite notebook. This is 800 pages, so it is chunky. I think I did a pen test when I first got it. There's basically no bleed through, so that's good. So when you open it, it says "Face out a really big notebook." It has vital information, and it has your index. So you can even use this as a stay-at-home bullet journal, memory journal, and whatnot. I'm going to show you what I'm using it for. It's going to be my book memories. So I started off with the books I read in 2018. I challenged myself to read 40 so far. I'm at 50. I'm going to try to finish Siege of Storm today. So the dots are read and the exclamation point is listened. And if I cross that out, that means I DNF'd it. So I wrote down every book and star rating for 2018. I went back into Goodreads and I was able to write these down. And so far it takes up 7 pages. And then I left the 8th page blank for me to write the last 2 books of the year. Then I made a Brandon Sanderson Cosmere book list. And this list is by Elliot Brooks. Elliot Brooks, her YouTube is Elliot Brooks. And she recommended, like, she had a few lists of Brandon Sanderson books and how to, like, delve into that world. So I wrote down the list, and it was list number 3. So as I read it, sorry, I'm still a little sick. As I read it, I'm going to, like, you know, color in the box and then write my star rating on the side or underneath. The next list is my Outlander by Diana Gabaldon. So I've already read Outlander and Dragon and Ember. I gotta start Voyager, and everything is in order. Then Game of Thrones by George R. Martin. So the only one I don't have is A Dance with Dragons. So I need to purchase that one, but I'm most likely to purchase it for my Kindle. Then I have the Grishaverse books. Each one: Shadow and Bone, Siege of Storm, Ruin and Rising, Six of Crows, Crooked Kingdom, and King of Scars. King of Scars I pre-ordered, and that's coming out in January. Then I have the Lunar Chronicles. I have Cinder and Scarlet, so I need Crest, Winter, Ferris, and Stars Above, and I have Heartless, but I think Heartless is more of a standalone Lunar Chronicles. I left this page blank, and I continued on to 2019 Creating Code bookmark prompts. I'm in her Creating Codes book club on Facebook, so I was able to screenshot the prompts, and I rewrote it in my notebook. So as I'm reading books, I'm going to, like, title every page for every single book I read and, like, write my thoughts in here. So this is going to be like my books journals, my list, and everything else I want to put here related to books. Most likely I'm gonna have a separate list for, like, all my Kindle reads, on my audiobooks, and, like, separate the list for 2019. So I'm probably gonna write 2019 and then write Kindle books, audiobooks, and stuff like that. So yeah, that's what I'm doing in this big chunk of notebook, and I think it'll last me a few years, hopefully. And if I fill it up, then I'll just purchase another one. It was pretty expensive for this notebook, but I mean, it's 800 pages and it's $30, like $33. So yeah, I finally put this puppy to use and I'm so excited. I'm going to try to like do a little sketching, but I am not a good drawer, but you know what? It takes practice. So I think I'm just gonna sketch sketch like book related art in here and see how that goes. And I'll share it again, this notebook in 6 months, and see the progress in it, so you can see the progress in it also. So yeah, that's my freestyle really big notebook, and I'm excited to finally use it and share it with you guys on this channel. So hit like, subscribe, and see you next year.